It's a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me. Loving up, loving the sky, loving the mountains, loving everything. I want to talk about the first video I made. I put up a video on Kriya breathing, maybe 7 years ago. And there wasn't much about Kriya up at the time, but now there's lots of Kriya stuff. So I just have to share with you how I got the technique. I had wanted it for years. I loved Paramahansa Yogananda. I'd read his books, just thought he was the greatest. And I wanted that breathing technique. And for 9 years, I tried to join the Self-Realization Fellowship, or I just tried to do everything I could to get it, and I just wasn't allowed, or the doors were locked or something. And I just wanted it, and one day I met a guy at a martial arts show we connected, we were brothers. He was a master. We were doing the martial arts together and got to be friends, and I was talking about how much I would really want to learn that meditation. And he said, "Oh, I know Paramahansa Yogananda. I worked with him. I know that. I'd be glad to show it to you." Okay, that's how I got it. I didn't get it through the official channels. All right, so there's a lot of people saying a lot of things these days about the official Kriya, but that's how I got it, from a man who was very, very authentic, trustworthy, great soul, had been with Paramahansa Yogananda, and he taught it to me. So I put this video out some 7 years ago, and a lot of people liked it and started following the site. And that's how the whole thing started. So I just wanted to revisit that. There's a playlist called Kriya Breathing, and there's all the videos I make about it. So I just wanted to revisit it with you. It's very simple. You imagine that you're breathing cool air down your spine, and you imagine that you're breathing hot air up your spine. And when he taught it to me, he said, make a little tunnel with your hand and breathe through it. And you can feel that it is cool air going through a hollow tube. And I said, yes. And then he said, now breathe out through it. And it's hot air going through a hollow tube. And I said, yes. Now that's not how you do the technique, but that's how you think of your spine, as a hollow tube. Cool air going down it, hot air going up it. And he just told me to use my hand to get a sense of it, to get a visual, to get a visualization, or to get how you use your imagination while you're breathing. So while you're breathing, you're imagining cool air going down, and when you exhale, you're imagining hot air coming up. It is a very profound technique, and Paramahansa Yogananda said that one of them done perfectly with full attention equals 50 years of transformation. No, I'm kidding. He said that one of those done perfectly equals a year of the natural evolution of your Kundalini, okay? And he also suggested doing 14, so we don't want to go too fast. And the reason I suspect, the reason that it's guarded is because it is so powerful that it might be too much energy for people. And if you have that much energy, you really have to watch what you think, watch what you say, control your mind better, okay? So there's a big responsibility with having that much creative energy. But what I found in teaching it was people who weren't supposed to have it won't ever do it because they just don't have the discipline to do 14 breaths in a row, okay? I know, but they don't. So it's safe. It's safe just because it's a discipline. So if you are doing it, just be alert to the fact that you're getting tons more energy. And all of the videos on this channel are about controlling your mind, controlling your thoughts, such that your feelings are good. All right, and if you do too much, you might have too much energy. So give that energy in service. If you're in service to the world, you could do more because your energy is going out in the perfect way. So that's how I got it. And that's just a little bit about your responsibility if you're going to do it. It's okay for me to share it because People who don't have the right mindset just don't have the discipline to do it anyway, so it's okay. But if you're going to do it, you're going to get a ton of energy, you're going to get a ton of vitality, and therefore watch all the videos on this channel on how to, control your thoughts, use your mind, feel more love so that that energy is going in the right direction, okay? So a brief review. All you do is you inhale through your nose and your mouth at the same time, and it's just an intention. Don't put any struggle into that. And the sound that you sort of make is aw or haw. Okay? And that just means you're breathing from high up. It's sort of your nose and your mouth, but you don't put any intention on it. You're breathing with the sound haw or aw. And you're imagining cool air go down your spine. That's the first half. And then you exhale with the sound he, which is sort of a hissing sound. And you imagine hot air coming up your spine. That is the basic technique. It is recommended that you do 14 of them because you want to be careful. You don't want to do too much. You might want to not do it right before bed. I don't know how the energy is going to hit you, but you want to know that you are getting vast amounts of cosmic energy when you do this. All right? So please refer to my other videos on this channel on that playlist about Kriya breathing. And there's more details, but that's the basic. And then Spirit added another dimension to it for me personally, which you can either do or not do, it doesn't matter. But what I just showed you was the original version. And then I started noticing after the inhale, I was very, very happy. I was very, very high on this supreme energy. Now that might have not happened the first year, but it definitely happened. And I would put a big smile on my face because I just felt so great about inhaling this beautiful energy. And I noticed that my tongue would touch up to the roof of my mouth, and I called it the Bliss technique. So I put that in between the inhale and the exhale, and that's called the Kriya Bliss technique, and it's different from the original Kriya. So maybe you start with the original Kriya, and then you experiment with the Kriya Bliss technique. But the Kriya Bliss technique is super energizing, and it includes this smile where your tongue touches up to the roof of your mouth, and you look up, and you love up. And we have a video on this channel of gamma waves. I got hooked up to a machine where I was plugged in, and I just did the smile, and you can see the brainwave pattern just completely go into high vibe gamma. So that's on this channel too. You can find it, or you can, text me and I'll send it to you, or email me. But that's the Bliss technique, which we put in between the inhale and the exhale. So I'd be breathing in. And that interlude of bliss is sacred space, and you want to be very honoring of that space. The interlude, the place between the inhale and the exhale, is the place where magic is wrought. So you're breathing in the love of the divine, cool air is going down the spine. Then when you receive it, you have this great big thank you, I love you, that's going on with the Bliss technique. Thank you, I love you. You just filled me up with pure life force. And then the exhale, all right? So start at your own pace, maybe just doing a few of the Kriya breaths, make sure that your energy is okay, and then you can add the Bliss technique, all right? The Bliss technique can also be done all by itself, and you can see that video of me doing it while I'm hooked up to an EEG machine. Just anytime you want to smile, touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth, love up, I don't know how that works. You could say, I love you, great spirit, or just think loving up. Well, what it does is raises all of your energies up through your chakras, out the crown, and something very ecstatic happens. So I'd encourage you to play with it. You don't have to do it with the Kriya. You can just do it anytime somebody's just flipped you off in traffic and you need to regain your composure. You do the Bliss technique. Yes, you can do it while you're driving. And you can do it while you're buying something at the store. You can do it whenever you want. It's just a big smile and love. So play with the Bliss technique. And then when you're confident, add them together and you'll have a very ecstatic experience. And then just don't do it too much, Monitor your energies. Make sure that you're not too high during the day because you still want to go to work. But it works great at work. You just smile at people, send them the good vibe. Anyway, I just wanted to visit it again. The original Kriya breathing technique. Please share this with a friend if you feel inclined to do so, and please comment if you would like to share your experience with me. And if you want more little happy tidbits and things you can do for fun, visit me on Patreon, patreon.com/John McKenna. I put games up there and all kinds of different things. So thank you so much and have a beautiful, blissful day. Loving up.